Here at Ingalls Rink, the Quinnipiac Bobcats and the Yale University Bulldogs skated to a 2-2 tie in their first regular season game of the season. I'm Tom Albanese. Joined alongside me is hockey analyst Mark Spillane. And Mark, definitely one of the biggest storylines of this game was definitely the goaltending play by both Michael Gartig and Alex Lyon, both saving 29 out of 31 shots. So both goalies really contributed hard to this 2-2 tie today.
I think you're absolutely right, Tom, and the coaches talked about it in the post-game press conference, and I think the biggest thing between the two was not only did they make a lot of saves, but they made very timely saves. You go back to a couple of stops that Alex Lyon made where it looked like Quinnipiac may get the 2-0 lead and really could have taken momentum and taken control of the game at that point in time, and he didn't let them, made a couple of nice stops. You go back to Michael Gartig, same thing after they were tied 2-2 in the third period. Yale had a few opportunities. Somehow they didn't find the back of the net when they had a wide open chance a couple of times. Gartig got a piece of a couple of those. He was playing with the puck a lot outside of the crease today, and it almost got him in trouble a couple of times. But regardless, both guys made a lot of stops and timely stops that really helped keep the game in balance for both the squads.
A lot of timely saves, but also both goalies did allow 2 goals, eventually leading to the 2-2 tie. And on the one side for Quinnipiac, all of their damage on the offensive end was from sophomore Sam Annis. Sam Annis doing a good job scoring both goals for Quinnipiac. What did you see out of Sam Annis tonight?
Well, I mean, how many times have we said all the damage being done by Sam Annis? We've said that time and time again with this team. Last night against Brown on a Friday night was Landon Smith with the hat trick, but on Saturday night it was Sam Annis. As you just mentioned, he scored both goals. The first one, I really thought he should have dropped the puck off to Bo Pieper. He had a trailer coming in. He could have dropped it right to him. Would have been a perfect spot for Pieper to take a shot from between the circles. Instead, he elected to keep it, as he so often does. He made one defender miss, then he lost it, somehow recovered it, and was able to backhand one off of Lyons back into the net. Kind of a miracle that it went in, but you know what? It takes a guy like that to be able to pull something like that off, and he did a nice job with it. And then the second one was just an absolute blast from between the circles. Great puck movement by the Bobcats. Pekka to St. Dennis, right back inside to Annis, and he just drilled it home. And he had one heck of a celebration to go along with it, but definitely the Bobcats MVP of the night, Sam Annis.
And on the other side for the Yale Bulldogs, they of course scored 2 goals themselves to get past Michael Gartig in the net. And both times it really looked like that Quinnipiac's defense just collapsed. And really it looked like Michael Gartig couldn't do much about either of the goals.
Well, especially the first one. The first one Carson Cooper scored. It was laid right out in front by Frankie DiChiara for him. And I don't think Gartig had much of a chance. He had been making all the stops up until that point, and a few were very challenging, and he was stopping them anyway. And that one, Cooper just kind of popped right in front of him without him really expecting it. The defense lost track of him, and he just punched it past Gartig. The second one was a Ryan Obukowski bomb from the point. He did that last year against Quinnipiac in Hamden. He's got a real heavy shot, and he showed it tonight, and he used it to his advantage. And it may have something to do with the fact that Connor Clifton didn't play tonight because of the 1-game suspension for the slew foot issue that he had on Friday night against Brown, tripping up one of the Brown players. And then, of course, Devontae's still out with injury. We don't know how long he's going to be out, but he's missed a couple of games in a row now, and it looks like it was affecting the Bobcats tonight. Joey Fiala came in, did a nice job. Kevin McKiernan, the freshman, did a nice job, and of course Dan Federico, Alex Barron and company did a nice job as well. But there were a couple of times where they just couldn't get to where they needed to be in the defensive zone, and it cost them, and that's how they wound up with the tie.
And Mark, you said it perfectly of how, despite not having those 2 big key defenders on the ice for Quinnipiac, they still were able to get 3 points added to their total in the ECAC standings versus Brown and Yale this weekend. So that's going to wrap up our coverage here from Ingalls Rink. Once again, the Quinnipiac Bobcats skated to a 2-2 tie against the Yale Bulldogs. Alongside Mark Spillane, I'm Tom Albanese. We'll see you next time.